Learn exactly how you can get premium US credit cards the easy way, even if you're not from the United States. As a business owner, I have lost more than $150,000 because I didn't get access to premium US credit cards right away. I personally had to learn how to get these US credit cards the hard way. So now I'm sharing how business owners around the world, from wherever you are in the world, can get access to it much easier than I did. And that's without even having to go to the United States at all. So before showing you anything, I want to make it clear that this is not for everyone. So when qualifying clients to work with, it's very important to me that I'm 100% certain and for a fact know that they will get a positive return. Not just positive return, an amazing return on investment. So in order to check that and in order to qualify that, I use this calculator. But as I can't really qualify all of you viewers individually, I like to use my own rule of thumb. And that is, if you're spending a minimum of $10,000 a month, this should be a no-brainer for you. Let me explain. So if you're, for example, spending $10,000 on, let's say, ads, then if you're using the American Express Business Gold, you would earn $40,000. No, not $40,000. That would be great though, but 40,000 points every single month. That would equal to nearly 500,000 points every single year. And if you redeem those points best practice, which is honestly not that hard, this will have an cash value of around $14,000 to $15,000. So have this number in mind, because let's then dive into the actual cost at first. If you are then answering these three questions, you will be able to determine what the cost of the setup and the cost of operation is. You can actually find this calculator yourself in the link in the description. If you scroll down to the button, you can grab your own copy. But yeah, let's say most of the clients I'm talking to, they don't have an ITIN, they don't have access to US address with friends or family, and they don't have a US LLC setup. This is probably 50% of people I'm talking with. But worst case here, they will have a cost of $6,200 the next year. So the output here would be 14,000 as we just determined from the previous tab here, and then the return on investment would be 232%. And this is with $10,000 on ad spend every single month. And that's why I say it's still a no-brainer if you spend this, but let's just play around. If you're spending, let's say, 25K, you see the return on investment goes to 581. Let's say if you spend 100K, then it's different numbers. So that's why it's so important for me when qualifying clients that I know for a fact before working with them that they will have an amazing return on investment. So if you're spending $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, if you're e-com owner, agency owner, course creator, or whatever, and you would like to work with me and help you get access to premium US credit cards done for you, then click the link in the description and then apply to work with me. Then we'll have a chat and see how I can actually help you make all of these numbers a reality. All right, so let's get back to how you can actually do this yourself, because I don't want to leave you empty-handed here just trying to sell you in my done-for-you solution. So what I would like to do is I would like to take you through the 4-step formula that anyone can do. Any business owner from around the world can actually go through this process, get access to US premium credit cards without having to travel to the United States. And that's what I would like to call the easy way, because you actually don't have to travel to the United States. So the first step is getting the foundational setup, which includes setting up your ITIN, setting up an US address, getting the right documentation, and getting a US phone number that you can use to apply for banks. This is very simple and it's straightforward. If you want any assistance with that, it's included in my Done For You service. Otherwise, it's actually just about getting access to the right ITIN agents and right address solutions and a phone number anyone can find on the internet. I personally like to use something called found.app. You can check that up if you like. So once you have the foundational setup, you actually apply to get your foot inside of the US banks. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up simple bank accounts and get a debit card. And then you start using this debit card once a week, a few times a week, to show that you are financially responsible, and of course pay your bills on time. But it's very simple when you have a debit card, when you are depositing money into the bank. What you're gonna see when you're starting to do this regularly is that you are gonna build up your credit score, because the banks are reporting your activity to the credit reporting agencies. And while doing that, you're also building trust with the banks, because you're showing that you are financially responsible. So if you're doing this for 2, 3, 5, 6 months, then you will start building up a good enough credit score to be able to apply for the more premium credit cards, both on a personal level but also on a business level. So business credit cards, as the American Express business card that I mentioned earlier. You might not be able to get that immediately after 6 months, but that's what we're aiming for. So once you have the setup for earning points, then you're earning them on autopilot, whether it's on advertising, whether it's paying suppliers, on softwares or whatever. Next step is then to redeem the points for the maximum amount of value. And this is really not that difficult. It's something that I help my clients with inside of the Done For You service. But there's a lot of material on the webs, on YouTube here as well, from Americans that actually teach this. The problem with Americans teaching a lot of these steps, what I have seen is there's not a lot of people talking about these 2 first steps, which are required for people like myself, business owners that are not US citizens and residents. But those Americans are talking about how to earn points and how to redeem them, which are great information. But this was what I was missing when I started my own journey with US credit cards. So there's a lot of great information out here, how to redeem the points for maximum value. But if you want to see some examples of what you can actually redeem points for, I have put in some examples right here. These are from some of my LinkedIn posts recently as well. You can, for example, fly business class with points with Air France from Paris to Los Angeles, a round trip. You'll need 96,000 points with that. If you bought it with cash, it would be $6,000. But if you are gonna earn these through points, let's say the US Amex Business Gold, you would have to spend $24,000 on that to earn 4x points, and then 96,000 points would be earned. And then you would actually be able to buy this business class ticket for free just using your points. It's the same here with a business class flight from Copenhagen to Los Angeles, a round trip. So again, back to Copenhagen. This is slightly cheaper in terms of points, 58,000 round trip. If bought with cash, you will have to pay 4,500. And how to earn the 58,000 points? It's just spending 14.5K on ads with Amex Business Gold. So there's really very much, if you're spending a lot of money on ads, if you're an e-commerce owner, agency owner, whatever, you can really stack up a lot of points from the ads you're already spending and never have to worry about flights, hotels, or whatsoever again. You can even set up a cashback credit card, so you earn directly cashback, adding to your bottom line in your business. So overall, getting US premium credit cards is an investment. It will require you to invest either into someone who can get it for you, done for you, or invest in the time and the setup itself. So my mission here is to educate as many business owners as possible, making this US credit card ecosystem available to as many as possible, so they can actually make informed decision whether they want to pursue it or not. So if you want to start the journey, if you have questions, if you want me to help you get a US premium credit cards done for you, then click the link in the description and apply to work with me, and then I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.